a DVC fan, Paul, Amy, and a noisy cricket coming to you from
Vero Beach.
We are at the beach. You can't see it all that well off in the distance there, but the beach is actually back there. And we are here one night at Disney's Vero Beach Resort to celebrate Tour de Turtles, which is a very special day here at Vero Beach.
Yeah, we've been wanting to do this for so long, and now that we live in Florida, it's a little more doable. We didn't really plan to do it. It kind of was last minute.
It was very last minute.
Yeah, so there was no availability. We had to put in a wait list. Wait list can work. We had both a one-bedroom and a studio wait list come through. We forgot to cancel the other wait list, so we ended up deciding to keep both, and we invited some friends to stay in the other room. And so, we're excited. Now, we only got one night, and now that I've walked into this one bedroom, I want to stay here for at least 4 nights.
Yeah, be sure to be on the lookout for those room tour videos because it is so gorgeous here.
Right. And we've got an amazing view of the ocean, which is not a guarantee with any deluxe studios or 1 or 2 bedrooms. And it just feels so good out here. It just feels like
a breeze.
Beach.
It's nice.
Feels
it's
like
beachy.
beach weather.
And we're going to bring you along for Tour de Turtles, tell you what it's all about, show you what it's all about. So stick along and come along with us. Okay, Amy, explain Tour de Turtles in 2 minutes or less.
Oh my goodness. Tour de Turtles is an event put on by Disney Conservation, and it has something to do with turtles. So basically, in some way, tomorrow morning, because there are turtle nests throughout the beach, and actually every morning during the whole year, especially during nesting season, they go out and they mark the nest and they make sure that they don't get bothered. And I'm probably sucking up my 2 minutes, but Paul and I actually saw a whole nest hatch and emerge in August of last year, I think it was. Amazing. You almost never see that, but we got to see it. But the Tour de Turtles, they have, I think, full-grown turtles, and they tag them like you would for conservation and tracking. And I believe it's a bit of a competition to see whose turtle actually goes the furthest. And Paul, you knew how far did they find some of them in the past?
It went all the way up to New Jersey last year, I think the winning turtle was. I'm trying to rotate this around.
Far.
So I believe that Disney Nature, Disney Conservation actually won last year's Tour de Turtle race. So not just are they doing this here at Vero Beach tomorrow, but they're doing it at other places as well. I don't know if they all release them at the same time. I don't know exactly how all of that works.
We're going to find out more.
We will find out more details. But so tonight, my understanding is late tonight what they will do is they'll go out, and if a mother turtle comes up and nests, they'll let it nest. They'll mark basically where it nested, and then they'll take that turtle, they'll kind of clean it up a little bit, get it all ready to head back out into the ocean, and then tomorrow morning they have 1 or 2 turtles that they will then release back out into the ocean with that little tracker on it to see how far that turtle goes. And it's just a big event here. It'll start bright and early. I think we have to be at the beach at 7 a.m. tomorrow, and the release is around 8:30, but there's going to be other events too. Vero is completely sold out for tonight.
It's very full,
It is completely full because of this event. There's a lot of people that come in specifically for it. There's a lot of people from Disney and also Walt Disney World, Animal Kingdom here for the event. So it's a big deal, and we're excited to enjoy it for the first time.
We're gonna head into the quick service and find a snack. We left our house at around noon today and got here. It was around a 2-hour drive, and hungry because we both just ate a breakfast bar this morning. So we went over to the Wind and Waves Market, which is the quick service here. And we are going to share, because we're going to go to dinner later, so we don't want to eat a whole ton, but we're going to share the turkey sandwich. So they have a lot of sandwiches. They have build your own salads. They have actually a lot of options. I saw some specialties. They had things like meatloaf and stroganoff. So it has a lot of choices. And even if you don't want to go off property for dinner, you could eat dinner there and I think have good food. It's not the table service. The table service is called Wind and Waves Grill, right? And Wind and Waves Market is the quick service. So
I feel like worst case scenario tonight, if we decide not to go off property, if we're just let's hang out by the pool and do stuff, you could easily go there, grab some dinner, and bring it back to the room.
Yeah, well, and then one of the things was stroganoff today, so I would eat stroganoff.
Amy's a sucker for some stroganoff.
Yeah.
So.
So turkey sandwich, you can get it cold. They had a bunch of sandwiches. They had like an Italian, a roast beef, some other things. You can get it cold or hot. And we did cold. It comes with a Dijon aioli, and I asked them to split it in half. It was $11.49, $12.29 with tax. It does come with a bag of chips, so you just go and pick out what chips you wanted. But yeah, it looks good. Let me get the camera down here. It looks good. It looks fresh. I love the multi-grain bread. So we are going to try it. We actually brought it back to the room because that view is worth hanging out for. So we will check out this sandwich and then we are gonna record some room tours. For behind the scenes content, check out our Patreon, patreon.com/DVCfan. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram at The DVC Show.
I kept recording because this is for the vlog, but I'm also going to use that for the room tour so you can just see like what Amy and I have been doing for the past 2 hours.
You made me like redo, or I had to, okay, I'm like, God, no.
No, we're going to use that. That was good. It was perfect. You did a great job. I'm just going to cut it right at this point.
We're recording, we have a 2-bedroom lock-off, so you got to get the most out of your content. So it's going to
bang for your
it's going to be a studio tour, a 1-bedroom tour, and then a 2-bedroom lock-off. But there's no point in me recording the ending 3 times because it's, you know what I mean?
What are you gonna
it's
say?
the same, yeah. Right? And the same thing with, so we just did all 3 beginnings like right in a row, and the point cost right in a row. So yeah. And
do you guys notice that when we do that? I mean, it's efficient, and that's why we do it that way. So.
Right. Yeah. So we'll do both separately, and then I'll just record a couple of in between for the lock off.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the way to go.
All right, we got another hour recording. Bye. Amy just bonked her head.
I just hit my head right here. Oh, I'm glad I didn't clip the Nemo artwork. That would have hurt even more. So when we got here, what would you say? We got here at like around 2?
Like, yeah, 2:15, 2:30.
Okay.
So Amy had mentioned this earlier in the video, I think. We had accidentally, we had made 2 wait lists, and both of them came through. And they weren't dependent upon each other. So we ended up with a 1-bedroom and a deluxe studio. So we invited our friends Jeff and Dan to come with us, and another friend of ours coming with us as well, Jessalyn. And so we kept both rooms. So I made a request online that they either put the rooms as close together, basically said we're traveling together. Could they put the rooms as close together, or could they make it a 2-bedroom lock-off? So we got here, we checked into both rooms. The 1-bedroom they said was ready, and they said, the dog studio is not ready. And I asked again about the request, and they go, I think you'll like your room. So technically speaking, they could not tell us that the room next door to us.
They can't give you the number if it's not ready.
If it's not ready, they can't give us the number.
Knocking on the door.
But we're 99.9% sure that the deluxe studio next to us is the other room. So they did grant that request, but we are still waiting.
It's 4:36. It's not ready yet, and we can hear them.
We can hear the vacuuming.
We can hear them up there cleaning,
occurring. So,
which is fine. Yeah, we'll wait.
So yeah, we're just kind of waiting for that to be done so that we can go film the deluxe studio portion of this room. And then the rest of our group is getting here right around 5 o'clock. So timing wise, it should work out pretty perfectly, I'm pretty sure. Then we're going to go find a place to maybe get some dinner. We did have a Wind and Waves reservation, but we ended up canceling it.
Yeah, so Wind and Waves, if you are interested in eating at Wind and Waves, which is the table service, the reservations are made on Open Table, which I like Open Table because you can set notifications for time frames, and like I'm looking for a table for 5 between these time frames, and it'll text you and notify you. So that's a pretty cool feature, and it doesn't take a credit card. So if you have to cancel last minute, at least most restaurants don't. Like Wind and Waves doesn't. Some do, but anyway. Unfortunately, because it's so busy here this weekend and we looked really, really last minute, I could only find 5 p.m. for 5 people or like 8:45, which is too late. So I took the 5 just in case, but then I canceled it because Jeff and Dan aren't here yet. They couldn't leave until after work today since it's a Friday. So we're gonna find somewhere to eat, maybe somewhere we've never been. So we've been, this is our 4th time at Vero Beach Resort, I think.
It feels about right.
4 or 5.
4 or 5.
We've eaten at Ocean Grill every single time we've come to Vero.
It is the must-do.
It is. It's our favorite. It's so good.
They don't take reservations.
They don't take reservations. And I will say it's a little bit expensive. It's a good seafood place. So it also is just like kind of a long meal, I feel like. So we decided we wouldn't go there. And so now we're trying to decide. So we did squid lips one time when we had Paul's mom with us. And Derek likes squid lips. I've heard good things about them. We didn't have a great experience, but I will say it was just like bad things. So their oven was one of their ovens, or their oven was broke. So there was certain.
It was just a combination of issues. There was an oven broke.
So there was a lot of dishes they couldn't make.
We were outside, so it was fly central.
We were getting attacked by flies as soon as our food came. It was constant.
Even though the oven was broken, like I would argue, like I ordered oysters. These oysters were definitely shucked a day ago, sitting in a cooler.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there was no liquor to the oysters because it had all dried up.
Right.
So
And our only option was mostly cold items. So I had like a cold wrap.
Shrimp wrap?
Yeah, it was like a shrimp wrap, and I liked my shrimp to be grilled, and I didn't realize. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe someday we'll give that another try. I'm just not feeling it.
long story short, we don't know where we're headed for dinner, but
Right.
you'll be coming with us, so you'll find out where we are before we did. Yeah, just waiting for the room to be done. There's nothing going on for Tour de Turtles tonight. This is a really odd angle for me. Because
There
I'm just
was a
like laying-
reception last night. I'm so sad we missed it. I wish they would have had it tonight.
Yeah, it's weird that it
the
was
night
Thursday.
before.
Yeah. It was Thursday night was the reception, and I don't know if that's because like the executives and like the Disney conservation people came in last night because they're going to be up all night tonight. Like they're going to they're going to be out all night tonight, getting everything ready, finding the turtles that are going to be a part of the event.
Yeah.
So I do know it's going to be a long night for them, so I respect that. But like it would have been cool, like at least for the resort to do some sort of kickoff later. We heard them hustling the campfire, so there's a campfire sing along. They were hustling that at the pool earlier and talking about free marshmallows. And I would also just add to that free as many bug bites as you would like.
That is the one thing about Vero Beach. Love this resort. Love it. And right now, this might be one of my favorite DVC villas, especially when you look at that view and just, yeah. But that's the thing you have to know about with Vero Beach is that the no-see-ums, which I don't really even know what no-see-ums are. Are they basically just tiny mosquitoes or that you don't see? Or I don't even know.
The name is given because they are so small that you really don't see them.
They are out in full force pretty much as soon as the sun starts going down. And also, in the morning. So dusk and dawn are going to be your worst. Not right now in the full sun, but they do supply bug lotion, I guess we'll call it. Basically, they have these giant pump bottles. They're located throughout the resort. So you can basically bathe in bug repellent. But
Amy says that from experience.
I just slather it all over me. But even then, I still get bitten. So, but that'll help most people. Or you might want to bring your own if you ever come. And I'm not saying like it's not. I hate bugs. It's not as bad as like, oh, I won't come back. Because obviously we keep coming back because the resort is that great. It's just something to be mindful of and to take preventative measures.
Dan's arrived. He's raiding the kitchen area, but he really wanted to make sure that, and we did at least notice them. But in the bathroom here, Dan's taking me into the bathroom.
I normally have my pins when there's a hidden Mickey, and there's one cute one right here with a bunch of face gloss.
Look at that. How cute is that? We're outside Ebb and Flows where Dan and Jeff are oogling over pins already. For those of you unfamiliar with Vero Beach, Ebb and Flows is where you will get your towels. If you need towels in the morning, it's where you can rent things for activities. It's where you get your putt-putt golf equipment if you're looking to do that as well. And then they have these cute little signs all around the resort where you can stick your head in the hole. So there you go. We've made it out to the beach area here, and it is an absolutely gorgeous day here at Vero Beach. Beautiful, beautiful waves. There's some giant pelicans kind of swimming around as well. And yeah, we're just kind of hanging out. Dan's got his beer, so he's fully in vacation mode now, ready to go. Dan's been texting me all day about thinking about buying a Vero Beach contract. What's got you kind of convinced?
So this is our first time. Within the first 5 minutes, we kind of fell in love. So really cute resort, and Paul kind of kept the reveal to the beach a secret to us. So that was fantastic. Your question was, what is attracting us? So the resale cost per point is quite low, into the 40s. Sometimes we had heard even into the 30s. So $36, $37 per point. That's pretty attractive. What can veer you away is obviously the dues price per point, which is pretty high. So we're just kind of working out the math and thinking of it and trying not to fall in love too quickly and shotgun a contract. But so far we love it.
Nice little perfect segue into something I'm pretty sure I forgot to do earlier, which is that if you are looking for that perfect Vero Beach contract or any other Disney Vacation Club contract, show some love for our sponsors over at the DVC resale market. They can help you with that Vero Beach contract purchase. Monera Financial, who will assist in financing that DVC resale contract. And the DVC rental store, where you can try before you buy. You can rent some points, stay here at Vero Beach, add it on as maybe part of your Walt Disney World stay, or if you've got some extra points you're not going to use this year, you can rent those out for cash.
Just kind of hanging out in the common areas, lobby. Some of the things that I really love about Vero Beach is that you've got back here off of the main lobby, you've got this game room. As you can see, there's a lot of puzzles and things, so you just come in and you just start working on the puzzle, you know, whenever you want. There's a lot of different ones. So that's always a cool thing. And then you're also going to find games and things throughout. So I think these are still, most of those are still puzzles, but usually they have some games hanging around. That's the door to get into the spa, which I believe is currently closed. But yeah, puzzles, games. There's some books over here that you could borrow. So basically like a lending library. You're supposed to leave a book if you take a book. I've always loved doing that at the beach. And then coming through this hallway, I think we've pointed this out before, but there's also a picture of Carrie McPherson, who works for World DVC Keyhole Vacations over there when she was a Disney ambassador. There's game systems. So there's a Nintendo Switch, PS4, there's games, you hook them up to the TV. So there's some other games over there. So a lot of things for families to do. Just kind of sit around and hang out and play some games. But if you've ever had Carrie McPherson, who is a resale agent, there she is hanging up at Vero Beach. So that's a cool little Easter egg. I love all the artwork here behind the main lobby. Very cool. Looks like postcard type things, very old Mickey and Minnie depictions, but it's really very pretty. This is a great resort. The steps right here will lead you up to the second floor of the inn, as well as into the Green Cabin Cafe. They have breakfast things in the morning, they have drinks in the evening, they have light bites and cocktails in the evening. They also have different sorts of like croissants and pastries. And then at Christmas time, they do a very, very pretty tree here in the lobby. Derek always raves about it. We have never seen it at Christmas time. We've been here, I want to say we've been here in August and in September, we've been here in May, and now in July. So we need to try the off like Christmas season just to see the decor. Here's the 2025 information. So Tour de Turtles, they did have a Sea Turtle social last night on Thursday. Unfortunately, we weren't able to make it for that, but we are going to be doing the main stuff in the morning, tomorrow morning on Saturday, and seeing the turtle release. So we're really excited about that. In the front corner of the lobby, we have the Island Grove Packing Company, and this is the store where you're going to find all of your Vero Beach merch. There's some DVC merch. They have some cute things in here. Crushing it. That's a Vero Beach branded shirt, so that's cute. And they've got We've got some stuffed turtles going on. This is really cute. And then we've got that in the mug. Vero Beach. We've got turtle pins. Little crush. I think this is like a little thing, like it hooks on. I have no idea. Oh, this moves. Turvis. This is the turtle, oh my gosh, it's like the Duffy's friend turtle, I think, that's usually at Alani. But I do like, okay, I love this. This looks like something I would wear, and it's so soft and light. And then, oh, this is a really pretty mug right here. It's just Vero Beach. It has the DVC, oh, look at that. DVC Member in the back. Then they've got your typical DVC merch. So a lot of the stuff that you'll find. Derek has a really cool Vero Beach hoodie. I'm so sad that I never bought it because I saw it one time and then I didn't get it. Oh, here's a really pretty one though. Okay, I might have to get that. Okay, so it says Vero Beach on the back and then it's DVC Member on the front. I'm not in love with the front, but it is very cute. And then they've also got pants, Vero Beach Resort, DVC Member, Vero Beach shirt. This is similar to the Beach Club shirt that I have, and they have them for pretty much everything. And then up here we've got like a sweatshirt. Very cute. Oddly, you can get an Alani Spirit jersey here. It's kind of strange. They also have some of the other Alani type turtle-y merch. At the end of the other side of the hall is the Wind and Waves Grill. They have dinner specials every night. Oh, some of this looks so good. And then you do make reservations on Open Table. It's a very pretty restaurant. Just take a peek inside here. So they have it inside and then kind of like a sun porch area. These are the pump bottles that they have that are located throughout the resort that is a insect repellent. I gotta tell you though, there's bugs stuck all over it. So how good of a job is it really doing? I don't know. I forgot to bring bug stuff. So I'm gonna be using the resort stuff. So we'll see how it goes. I don't even know if my mic's been on. I've not been holding it up. So it's amateur hour up in here. I don't know if you can see this, but oh, I just turned the camera around. So it is amateur hour. There are some really big lizards here. Big lizards. I think I went to film the lizard. Look how close I got. Oh my gosh. I would ask Paul to edit this out, but there's no point because he'll just leave it in. I think I went to get the lizard that was standing there and I ended up filming a rock. But let me tell you, the lizards are huge. The pool area, definitely a lot calmer. It's 6:30 right now. Definitely a lot calmer around this time. One of the little touches I just love about Vero Beach is the Mickey here in the fence. The little Mickeys in the fence, so cute. That slide is a really great slide. And if you go to the top of the slide to go off, it is you can see that the pool is shaped like Mickey, and you've got a great view of the top of the slide of the beach and the pool. These are the 3-bedroom, so these are like the grand villas basically of Vero Beach. They're 3-bedroom beach cottages, and they all have patios at the top. This is the entrance, and then they have balconies out on facing the beach. So those are really cool. The inn, which is where the lobby is, and the restaurants and stuff, you can book in rooms. There's both ocean view and standard view in rooms, and those are kind of like, they're very similar to deluxe studios. Honestly, they're just in the inn. They've got a Murphy bed and a queen bed and a kitchenette and all that. But then also the outer buildings are so this outer buildings like this, like what we're in, that's where you're going to find all the deluxe studios, the 1-bedrooms and the 2-bedrooms. And there are, I don't actually know how many, but there are a handful of outer buildings not connected to the inn. And that's where those accommodations are. And those are kind of a mix of different views and stuff like that. But honestly, there's not there's not really too many bad rooms at the resort. There's a few that overlook kind of the front area. So those aren't the best in the inn, but that's if you book a standard, and those are the lowest points. So you can always get ocean view in room to guarantee yourself an ocean view. And most of the views from the outer buildings are pretty nice. So we just got back from walking around the resort, and there was a little bag of stuff on the studio door. And you guys probably remember Paul and I were talking about how the studio wasn't ready yet, which wasn't a big deal. And actually, before I tell this story, when the studio was ready, when Paul got the text, he walked out to go unlock the door. So he walked out of our one bedroom, and the housekeeping people were still standing there. And he just said, "Oh, thanks, guys. Thanks for everything." And then he opened the studio and came in. So they were like, "Oh, that guy's been there the whole time in the one bedroom." But it wasn't a big deal. You know, we had our one bedroom. Didn't matter that it was like maybe 4:45 going on 5 o'clock. Didn't think anything of it. And then we finished filming, and we went out with everybody to just go walk around the resort. And then when we got back, they had given us this bag. It was hanging on the door. Whoops, sorry, I have to hold the mic. And then in it was this little note that says, "Welcome home. We appreciate your patience while we put the finishing touches on your room. Have a magical stay. The cast at Disney's Vero Beach Resort." So what a sweet little gesture. Even though we didn't even really care that the room took a little bit longer. But that was just...
We've all crammed into the car. Derek should be really excited because we are going to Squid Lips tonight, and he raves about that place.
I love a Squid Lips.
Have you been to one?
Yes.
I had never been to one since I was here before.
So there's a Squid Lips in Coco, and you can go and watch the cruise ships leave.
Oh, that's where... Okay.
Yeah.
I knew there was a place out there to do that.
The first time we went to Squid Lips is when we saw the SpaceX
Booster?
the booster come back on a barge.
Yeah.
So everybody went to the windows. It's really cool. It's a really cool spot. They have really good key lime pie. Derek, I'm with you.
Amy and I went to the Squid Lips here once before. It's in Sebastian, so it is about a 15-minute drive from Vero Beach. But there are two, so they are right next to each other. There is like the old place, and then there is the new one. Apparently the new one is where you need to go. The old one that we went to last year, the oven was broke, there were flies everywhere. We just didn't have a good experience there, so hoping for a better experience tonight at Squid Lips. But we are headed this way. Jeff here also in the camp of I want a Vero Beach contract. What's attracting you so far? Great talk. We'll come back to him later. We're back with Jeff. He's had a couple seconds to think now about why he wants Vero Beach points.
I like turtles.
He does like a turtle, and that's why we're here today. So here we are. No, for real. Like, why do you want Vero Beach?
I did see a resale contract that was very reasonably priced for a good amount of points. I know the dues are high, so that's what's really holding me back on it. But it would be
Just make it like your first.
I mean,
And,
it would
like, your
be
first one will be
over
$7.
double of our points.
So like just do like 1
And
month. And
very,
put
very,
that
very
go, and
affordable.
it's only
So
$7.
that's what's the draw.
Yeah.
But the resort's beautiful. I love it.
Yeah.
It's fun, and we're only an hour and 25 minutes from the resort.
Lauren De La Cruz, who writes for us over on DVC Fan, she actually wrote a recent article that was very good about when is it appropriate to buy a Vero Beach contract. And I think that's a great read for anyone. I feel like this is turning into a Vero Beach infomercial, and I don't intend for that to be the case. But it's a question that a lot of people are asking. It's a 2042 resort. You know, it has limited time frame, but the price per point on these contracts just keeps getting lower and lower, that it's becoming very, very appealing. If you can stomach the annual dues, then, you know, for the time frame that you have it, it's a very appealing way to get a large number of points for a very cheap price. So I completely understand it. We'll probably know within a couple of hours, I think, whether or not he puts an offer in. But yeah, it's...
I like turtles.
morning.
Good morning.
Trying to get the camera situated. It is like 6:40 something in the morning. We are heading to the beach just to kind of get a spot. I do think we are going to be waiting a little while. I don't really know what to expect.
Yeah, it's not going to be till like 8 or 8:30 that they actually release turtles, but we're just going to hang out here and see what's happening.
Yeah, and then I'm going to show you the pool really quickly because there's nobody in it. It's just a very, very nice swimming pool. A lot of spots. So.
Well, it expires, but the reason why it expires is because it's just like the rabbi, it's because
So the beach isn't quite open yet, but they have some educational booths and different things that are going to be involved once they let the guests out onto the beach. And you can see down there, kind of to the left, that it almost looks like a race start, and that's where they're going to release the turtles. But it does look like there's going to be a little bit more involved once they start letting people up. So we'll show you what's going on once it starts. They do have some merch out this morning.
So we've made our way out to the beach here, and they have like a lot going on. Over to this side, they actually have some kids activities stuff, educational activities related to turtles. There were a couple giveaways. I know the Disney store was doing a couple giveaways with some Ariel ears and everything like that. And then back this way, you can go up and meet the turtles. So the two turtles this year are Ariel and Moana, and they have some information about the names. They just randomly choose the names, but obviously they're going to be a little bit Disney character related. So let's go in and see Moana here.
She's a different kind of turtle.
Next one over is the green sea turtle. We got one beach. They just said this is a loggerhead sea turtle. Moana is a loggerhead. And then they have a green sea turtle. Ariel is a green sea turtle. So they actually found one of each. And you can see on the top of the shell there, that's where they actually will put the tracking device. It will degrade over time and then release off of the top of its shell. But look at all the barnacles that are kind of up on it there. And we've made our way down to Ariel now. So Ariel is actually the green sea turtle that they are going to release here. And we will head in and try to see what's going on in here. Oh, there's Ariel. They're so much bigger than I thought they would be. Like, yeah, they're huge. She's just hanging out. Getting ready to race. They're about to actually put the tracker there. They're making sure that like the biodegradable glue is okay. But then in a second here, they will actually just place it on her back. Yeah.
How do you feel about that, Dan?
Push it, move it, wiggle it. Okay, so the tape fell off there, so we need it before we paint it.
Yep.
Alright, so now you're squishing this. That's what you should have.
Around, we have people back here, and then I think we should get ourselves a little closer to the water.
I am a conservation director with
You've never been here, so I'm like, you should probably go look at the turtles.
Emily, I lead our sea turtle conservation program. And I'm Shannon, and y'all, we are y'all excited? Are you sure you're excited?
Dan, how's your turtle experience so far?
I'm comfortably cool now, but if I stop moving my right arm, then it's hot. 7 a.m. is hot, but so far good.
Yeah, it's pretty warm out here, so we're all kind of corralled into this area where they're going to release the turtles here. We've still got a good like 45 minutes to an hour maybe until they do get them released, but they will then head off into the ocean right down here. They're doing a bit of a presentation just talking about the two different types of turtles. As we kind of reviewed earlier, we've got a loggerhead and a green turtle. Normally they don't actually do a green turtle because I guess they're just a little bit harder to deal with, which if you saw the footage I had earlier of them, they definitely, she wanted to get out of here. She was ready to head back to the ocean, as compared to the loggerhead that was just kind of like, whatever, I'll hang out for a while. So we're just gonna stand here and wait around and see some turtles. How's your turtling experience so far?
Right now it's hot. We are waiting. We got like 10 more minutes left. They are talking and explaining like turtle conservation and things like that, but I honestly can't hear anything. It's just the ocean's really loud. But I'll let you know after we see the turtles.
Turtles are on their way. That was super cool just to kind of watch them head out into the ocean. Did you have fun?
Yeah, it was a long wait, but it was kind of worth to see them, so it was cool.
Yeah, it was crazy how fast the loggerhead turtle was compared to the green turtle.
The green turtle, yeah, and the green turtle hung around a little bit longer, but that was cool because we got to see it longer. I didn't realize they were going to be so big. They were a lot bigger than I thought they were.
They were big, for sure. If you want to follow along, I believe it's tourdeturtles.org is where you can actually track these turtles to see where they end up.
Here's the QR code.
There's
you can scan it. I don't know if it works.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah,
that
maybe
way,
you can scan it. Or I'll try to put it on the screen somehow. Oh, I don't know how I'm going to do that. But anyhow, yeah, we had a fun time this morning. They do still have some of the beach activities going on for a little while. They have a little table. Amy, did you already share your shirts?
I didn't, but I don't know. I might drop them in the sand.
Oh, you got this.
So they had 4 different shirts for sale. 2 of them were this year's for $25, which for a Disney shirt, that's cheap.
Yeah, and it does go to benefit the turtles.
And then they had last year's 2 versions from last year for only $15. So I actually bought the 2021 because I like maps, and it has a map on the back of it. So I bought last year's, and then I got Paul this year's. So they are dated, but so there's this year's, and then the back. Very cute.
Yep. So nice little souvenir that we can take home with us.
Yeah, they also had free stickers.
Stickers, fans, of course.
Yeah, so they had like cute little stickers, which I put those in my travel book, and they had that one, and then this, which is my fan.
Much needed. Fans are much needed. Jeff, how was your Tour de Turtle experience?
It was cool. Yeah, like Amy said, they were a lot bigger than I thought. It was a warm morning though. Warm to stand out here.
I can understand why the turtles wanted to get to the ocean
Yeah,
real
exactly.
fast, because I want to get to the pool real fast.
Exactly, yes. I want that water slide.
Yeah. Well, that's going to do it for kind of our Tour de Turtles video here. Did you enjoy yourself?
I did.
Yeah?
I did.
Yeah?
Yeah, Ariel.
This is Jessalyn, by the way.
Hi. Ariel was tired, but Moana sprinted.
Moana definitely sprinted.
Sprinted.
She was well on her way. So.
No, it's good. I mean, you hear about these animals and you see diagrams, but to see them in real life is just surreal.
Yeah. All in all, a good morning, a good one-day trip. We're headed back to Orlando. I have to mow grass tonight, so it's just it's a normal Saturday for us. So we're gonna probably hop in the pool a little bit, grab some breakfast, and then head out of here. But I think we're gonna leave you here with this video after the turtles head on their way. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, subscribe to our DVC Fan YouTube channel, follow along in the conversation at dvcfan.com and the DVC Fan Facebook group. And as always, for some bonus behind-the-scene content, head to patreon.com/DVCFan.